The dumbest shit that I own. Hey, it's Derek talking to you again. Hey, we did a vlog, I guess about a month ago for the time you're watching this, and people seem to like it, so we're doing another one. We did a poll on Twitter at Stop Skeletons, by the way. We asked, follow us on Twitter and vote for the vlog stuff, and people voted for the vlog.
Oh my gosh, this is a disaster.
They voted on the vlog and they wanted dumb stuff, and that's what we're bringing to you. Now listen, you can tell a lot by a video game collection, tell a lot by a person. I think everybody has the expensive games, has like that, you know, they want the rare stuff, they want the expensive games. You gotta have your Marios and your Zeldas and your Final Fantasies. I think the true measure of a real game collection and a real game collector is, what do you fill the gaps between your Marios and your Zeldas and stuff like that? If you're trying not to get everything, what's the stuff that you find interesting? And for me, usually that is dumb shit, dumb stuff, goofy games, purposefully bad ones that are interesting and fun for me. I got a stack of some of my favorite interesting dumb games right here. So let's get into it. This is gonna be in no particular order. Like last time, this is just gonna pull some stuff off the heap, and we'll just go through it one by one. Illbleed for the Sega Dreamcast, aka the greatest game that has ever or will ever be made. This game is amazing. It's a horror game, but it's also very goofy and very strange, and I absolutely love this game so much. It's kind of tragic that it was only released on the Dreamcast. There were plans to port it to other systems. I did a video on it a long time ago. We've streamed it. I don't know. I feel like any chance I can talk about Illbleed and let people know that this is an amazing game. But why this one is important to me and special to me is I'm gonna open it up here. This copy of Illbleed was signed by John St. John.
What?
Who's this guy?
He's got balls of steel.
Who did voice work for the team's previous game, Blue Stinger, and he did the trailer for Illbleed. Illbleed has like maybe the greatest trailer in video game history.
You'll puke with pleasure. You'll shit with fear.
It's an amazing trailer that perfectly encapsulates what Illbleed is, which is amazing and very dumb. So John St. John used to come to MagFest all the time.
You put this on YouTube, I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
It's definitely going up now.
It's all good.
Okay.
And the last day of MagFest, I happened to catch him leaving the hotel as I was leaving the hotel. And I was like, oh God, Mr. St. John. And I was chatting with him, and he's a really nice guy. And I was just like, do you remember making a trailer for this? Because in the trailer, he just sounds like Duke Nukem. It's just Duke Nukem saying, you'll shit with fear. It's great. And he was just like, I don't know, I don't remember that. And I was like, okay, I mean, you say you shit with fear, you'll vomit with excitement. And he's just like,
It was the mid-90s kid.
Yeah, well, it was the late 90s.
Late mid,
yeah.
coked out
It was,
90s.
yeah, it was a while ago. Okay, well, can I ask another question? Will you sign this? He's like, oh, sure. Yeah, I don't even care. And he signed it for me. So this is priceless to me. You know, this is actually one of the more rare and expensive games that I do own, and I feel like on that short list of extremely expensive and rare games that are worth it, this is one. If you want to spend a lot of money on a game, get Illbleed. It's incredible. It's so funny. It's so dumb. And John St. John signed my copy. You know what? If he still goes to MagFest, you can probably hunt him down. He'll probably happily sign your copy. Talking about the dumbest shit that I own. You know I gotta bring up Death Crimson. People right now, there's a handful of people in the comments right now that are freaking out. They know what's up. Maybe you don't know what's up. I'm gonna tell you what's up. Death Crimson is like one of the absolute worst games ever made. I'm a huge fan of this idea that there are no good and bad pieces of media. There's no good and bad movies. There's no good and bad games. There are interesting and uninteresting games and movies. Like, for example, The Room. The Room is not a good movie, but people love it. It brings them joy. Everybody has seen it. It's a pop culture phenomenon because it is a bad film, but still one made with sincerity. There's a sincerity behind how much they tried to make that movie and how just badly they failed at every front. Death Crimson is the Room of video games. And also, like, this is a pretty popular Kusogi game?
Kusoge or shitty game.
Yeah, Kusoge is the term. Shitty game, it's a bad game. It's a light gun game. It is very difficult to one, play, or two, decipher what the hell is even going on. It's a game really that's beyond description. You just need to play it, and it is a game that I actually did spend a little bit of money because it is a highly sought after game. I think there's legend that like there was only like 30 or 50,000 copies. Not a whole lot of copies were made, and they sold out immediately. It was like one of the worst reviewed games in some kind of Japanese magazine at the time.
No, it was the worst.
Yeah. It was the worst. It got terrible reviews, and like a cult around this game sprung up immediately. And there's rumors that like right after it came out, used copies of this game were like $100. There are people that buy this game, buy Sega Saturns, and then super glue them shut to make Death Saturns, so that you can only play Death Crimson on said Saturn. Somebody made a giant sculpture for Death Crimson and put it in a damn museum.
It's a light gun.
It's a light gun, yeah. I think you can't.
We got footage. There's footage.
Yeah, there's so much. There's a bunch of links in the below. The composer who made the music for this game, which is just terrible. They have a YouTube channel and still upload videos of them playing music, and they have uploaded videos of them playing the music to Death Crimson.
Actually, the game is fucking. But the music is amazing!
It's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's amazing. However, it's not the only one. There was Death Crimson OX for the Dreamcast. There's also Death Crimson 2. America never got that one. I think this is the only Death Crimson that America got. This game has the same kind of level of just like frantic lunacy, but it's a little more competent. And because of that, it's still fun, but not quite as just enjoyable as this. But just of trash games, this is damn near the top. This one's legendary. There's, again, links below. You need to dig into this game. It's amazing, and it's one of my favorite games that I own. I've wanted to do a video on this for a really long time. I'm worried that like not a lot of people know what the hell Death Crimson is. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll do a giant hour-long breakdown, but just for now, I want to put it out there. Death Crimson's amazing, and buy it if you can find a copy for cheap, which is not easy. It's amazing! Buy this game. Not all my favorite dumb games are bad games. Some are good games, you know? Like Wolfenstein, The New Order, for the Xbox 360. This is one of the dumbest things I own, though, and I'm gonna tell you why. These are DVDs. The PS3 was a Blu-ray, and so you can just fit more data on a Blu-ray. Not the case for the Xbox 360. They chose DVD back in 2005, and it really kind of bit them in the ass. So a lot of late-era Xbox 360 games, like The Phantom Pain, or GTA 5, even Halo 4, they have an install disc and then a play disc, except for, actually, Phantom Pain is just 2 discs. And there are other games like I think Blue Dragon or Lost Oasis. I forget what it's called, but there's a handful of JRPGs that came out kind of early in the 360 lifespan that have like 5 discs. And I think just because those games are just very large. However, these late era ones, they just have just so high quality assets. And Wolfenstein: The New Order is no different. However, what is different is 4 discs. This game is 4 discs long. I haven't actually played this game yet to see if it how it looks and how it runs, but I just love the fact I saw this at a thrift store for $2. I just bought this about I think less than a month ago. I saw it at a thrift store for $2. It looks like it's in absolutely perfect shape, like the person never played it. I already own this game for PS4, but I had to have this copy because it is 4 discs. How dumb is that? Very! Oh yeah, and it came with the Doom beta. The Doom multiplayer beta. I wonder if I can still play that. The Doom multiplayer is great. Doom 2016 multiplayer was amazing. I'm dying on that hill. I'll die on that hill. Maybe it got better because I didn't start playing it for a couple years. But last year I put like about 100 hours into that multiplayer. But anyway, I love ports. Ports are super fascinating, and I love when, you know, when a game comes out and it's on the newer consoles, but there's still so many people that have the older consoles, so they have to make a port for that. What does the team have to do? I did not realize this game had 4 goddamn discs. I had to own it, and that's all you need, right? I have nothing else to say about it, but that's the dumb shit that I love. You know, sometimes it's not about the games that you own, it's how you got them. You gotta get creative with your game collecting. Duke Nukem Forever. This is a sealed copy of Duke Nukem Forever for the Xbox 360, and let me tell you something, I've never opened it because I bought this brand new at Best Buy. When was that? Looks like in May 2012. We'll get a close-up shot of this. I got this for $3, $2.99. It was maybe the cheapest I've ever bought a brand new game before ever. And so really, I just don't want to open this up, and I don't want to ever get rid of this receipt because I want to remember a time when you could walk into a Best Buy. They had just a giant bin of these. They had like the A section, the B section, the C section, the D section, and the Duke Nukem Forever section on their shelves. They had so many of these. Hold on. Producer Grace, So I got this $2.99. How much is a sealed copy of this on eBay right now?
It looks like $4.99.
$4.99 right now?
Yeah.
With shipping?
Well, wait. New is $9.93.
Damn. So this game, I could sell this on eBay and make a profit right now, but I won't because really, this is priceless to me. Duke Nukem, you will be forever sealed. Next. Don't judge me. My video game collection is what I find interesting. And what I find interesting is a game like Totally Rad. In Japan, it was known as Magical John?
Yeah.
Magic
John.
Magic John. Not Magic Johnson. Is that why they couldn't use it? Because of Magic Johnson?
Probably.
Oh, snap.
Oh, probably.
Well, Magic John sounds like a flying toilet. They didn't have to go all the way with Totally Rad, but this game, Totally Rad, in America, is a failure or triumph of localization. It's just amazing. The game sucks, don't play it. You can get it on emulation, play for a couple minutes, and then move on with your life. It's not that great. I'm sure some people are gonna be in the chat saying, it's actually wonderful. I don't know. I never liked this game. Maybe it's fine, but that's not why I bought it. I think I got this complete at a game convention for a couple of bucks. Sometimes the packaging is enough. Having a game that you can hold and feel and look is fantastic, but when you can, why play the game when you can look at the back of the box that says stuff like excellent, dude meets magician, bogus, dude meets monster, tubular, totally weird war, the too gnarly for words trip to the California underground. Like it's
Too gnarly for work?
too gnarly for words.
Words. Okay.
Too gnarly for words.
Like that's the new Tumblr tag.
Yeah. TGFW totally rad in stores now. The best part is really the instruction book. They wrote the entire instruction book in that like early 90s Bill and Ted surfer Southern California lingo. It's just amazing. So sometimes you want to sit down like on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning and just like go over the totally rad instruction book and read just I can't even do it justice. I should just do like a Patreon special where I just read the entire instruction book. You like this kind of voice, man? The weirdest thing about this game is that on page 11, it's just a picture of a woman all of a sudden.
What is this? Tony Hawk Pro Skater for the Nintendo 64?
I don't know who that is, but it says, excellent! I thought I lost this picture. Totally forgot I stuck it in the manual. Very righteous, babe, for sure. It's style. It's that sincerity. It's a bad idea, but they completely it didn't deter them. It didn't deter them from finishing the product. They really thought this was gonna work. Physical media is dying, and we're not gonna ever get stuff like Totally Rad. It's a shame. That's why you need to own stuff you find interesting. And speaking of dumb, complete in-box Nintendo games, Pictionary.
What?
I didn't buy this game.
Dude, that's mine.
Producer Grace bought this game. And Grace, can you tell them really quick why you bought this game?
Because I love the music in this game. I absolutely adore it. It's amazing. I made Derek make a video about it with me. It was composed by Tim Follin, and the music is so balls insane for a board game.
Here's the title screen music to Pictionary. There was a good 2 weeks or so where we had our Nintendo hooked up to the TV, just so at any point Grace could turn it on and we can just listen to the title screen music. Hey, we're making dinner. Turn on Pictionary. I want to rock out. And it was cheap. It was important to us. And I put it right there next to Totally Rad. It actually isn't even normally in the rest of the video game stuff because this is Grace's. But I supported her buying it. I was there for her buying it. So I own a lot of dumb shit. Not all of it's shameful. This one, a little shameful because I bought it for a lot of money at a convention, and that is Doom for the Saturn. We have covered this. We covered this last year in the Doom Ports Part 2 video. It has a really good cover art. That's about it. Look at that cover art. This cover art's fine, but look at this minimalist and cool and just like, I like it. It's
Why
better.
is it only like 3/4 of the screen?
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't.
only-
Because the back is all black.
Yeah.
And the top, I feel like I maybe cut that joke from the script. But like, I feel like I was like, I like the cover. I don't know why I didn't fill the whole part up here, but oh well.
Is it one of the Doom ports where the actual field of vision is also really small?
No, this is one of the Doom ports.
It's a full screen.
This game plays in full screen. That was the other thing. It plays in full screen. It has a good cover. Those are the only two things about this port that I would say are good. But that does not mean it is not worth owning. I think this is probably the worst port of Doom. It and the 3DO version are like neck and neck, but I think this one takes the cake because, as we mentioned in the video, everything on the back here is incorrect and wrong and a lie. There are not 60 levels. These three screen caps are from the PC version of Final Doom. The game does not look this good. Has all this deathmatch ready with 2-player link cable. No. This is a pristine copy. It's in excellent condition because I don't think it was ever played, and I don't blame them. But I paid a lot of money for this.
How much did you pay for it?
I want to say I paid like maybe $60 for it. At a time when we really didn't have that kind of money to spend. I think I put it on a credit card, which don't do that, kids.
Oh, I got mad at you. I remember this now. I got mad at you.
I have the 32 export, which is like very personal and important to me personally. But the Doom Saturn is just such a perfect, terrible object, and that it's also in such goddamn good condition. It's just funny to me.
Yeah.
Doom for the Saturn. Buy it if you're crazy. My crown jewel within the bad game box that I've had here is the Burger King Trilogy. Got all three. I got Big Bumpin', Sneak King with Pocket Racers, Pocket Bike Racer. This game, I don't know much about. It's got a pretty girl, it's got a pretty lady, and a guy just dressed as a burger. I feel like the king is just kind of like in the background. He should really be front and center. But they got pretty lady. I just like the name Big Bumpin'.
Big bump.
Not Big Bumping, Big Bumpin'. These games, first off, they say includes Xbox 360 and original Xbox versions. That's a lie. These are Xbox original games with backwards compatibility. They were sold, I think, when you went to Burger King and you got like a super size or a king size value meal for like $5, you could get a game. I recall actually for a hot minute, me and my old crew back in college played a lot of Big Bumpin', and I remember Big Bumpin' being like kind of good. I haven't played this in a really long time, so don't hold me to that. I think Sneak King is maybe the weirdest game because it's like a stealth. It's a stealth action game where you're the king and you sneak up on people and you surprise them with burgers.
It's the ultimate stop skeletons game.
It really is, yeah. There was a time when you could go on eBay and there were people that were selling boxes of sealed copies of like Sneak King. At some point, I actually owned 15 factory sealed copies of Sneak King, and I gave them all away to our supporters on Patreon. You're welcome. Man, sometimes you wake up and the weather ain't good, you ain't feeling that great, and just like, you're just feeling down. You're just feeling kind of down. So you go to your game library and you look at your shelf and you see you have all 3 Burger King Xbox games. You just feel better. Your heart just grows a little bit and you're like, you know what? Life is beautiful. Video games are worth it. Oh, sorry. I was just reading Pups, the Nintendo's companion strategy guide thing. Listen, there is too much dumb stuff for one video. We gotta wrap up. There's only so much time and only so much dumb stuff I can talk about. Actually, a lot of my more dumb stuff is still in storage, so maybe we can revisit this again in the future. Anyway,
Get your shit together.
Should get my shit together, get the rest of my shit down here. But you know what? That's gonna do it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you want me to talk about another topic, we did a vote. We had a couple more topics, so let us know what you want to discuss down below. If you want to support the channel, we have a Patreon. We are really, really close to our goal of 400 patrons, so please give that link a shot and just support us. Pledge what you can. A normal Stop Skeletons video is coming back next week. These vlogs are also, they're fun. They kind of change pace, and so we might just keep doing them, but let us know what other topics you want us to cover. But of course, you know, the normal stuff ain't never stopping. That's coming very soon. And hey, I think that's gonna cover it for now. Stay dumb, be proud to be dumb, and keep watching. We'll see you next time. Thanks.